you have bread at home that's about to go stale, don't throw it away. You can use it to make a classic Italian soup. Joining us with her recipe for Tuscan soup is cooking instructor for Draeger's, Ramekins, Relish, Sur la Table, Viva Cooking Schools, Italian chef Deborah Dal Fovo.
Hi, Deborah. Nice to see you.
Welcome back. Good to see you again. You always bring the best dishes.
I know.
love your food.
Thank you.
So what is this dish today?
Everyone knows that Florence, Italy is home to some of the most impressive works of art.
Yes.
But this is my favorite masterpiece from Florence. It's called the Ribollita.
Ribollita.
And it's the icon of Tuscan peasant cooking, which is called la cucina povera. It's something that was born out of necessity and creativity in the kitchen, but now it's become very trendy and people really appreciate it. Ribollita transforms stale bread and day-old vegetable soup into this wonderful dish.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a very popular dish these days.
Very popular.
Not just peasant food
People
anymore.
are really appreciating.
What are some of the things you brought over there that are going to go into this?
Well, we've got of course, beautiful fresh vegetables. So we've got leeks, onions, a little bit of garlic, fresh tomatoes, carrots, celery. The main ingredient in this is cavolo nero, which is actually, they call it dino kale. It's Tuscan black cabbage, you can also
Been around
call
for
it.
a while.
Yeah.
Swiss chard, Savoy cabbage, of course stale bread, cannellini beans, which is very important in this dish, and extra virgin Tuscan oil.
And we should mention, when we say stale bread, we don't mean bread that's moldy. We mean bread that's just beginning to lose its freshness.
At least 2-day-old bread.
Okay.
It's got to be pretty hard. So let's get started.
Okay.
So I've got my vegetables already cooking. And
you just put olive oil on the bottom and sauteed them?
And sauteed them a couple at a time. Janelle, can you please put in our black cabbage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tuscan black cabbage.
What's the potato? Were the potatoes? Did you boil them ahead of time or just put them in there? Just
Everything's raw. Everything's raw. So we do this and we let it cook down. I'm going to do an abbreviated version.
Right.
And then we're going to add. This is our bean.
Whoa.
Our beans that have been pureed. And Spencer, I'm going to ask you, in that bean pot down there, could you scoop out half of those beans?
Sure.
Because what we do is we use half whole, and then the rest we...
Okay, so you cook the beans and then kept half of them whole and the other half you pureed.
These are the beans that you see when you buy them. They're dried.
Right, they're
and
dried.
then I soak them overnight and then slowly cook them in that wonderful bean pot. And then we add those at the very end.
Okay.
So, but I've got one that's already done. So we're going to get started finishing
It's interesting how throughout history, peasant communities have found ways to extend foods and extend dishes, because of hard times. And a lot of these dishes have now become popular items on fancy restaurant menus.
Because incredibly enough, they're the most delicious.
Yeah, they are.
Really full of flavor, and this is full of nutrition also.
And
it's got
filling,
wonderful vegetables.
Filling, very filling.
Janelle, do you mind adding the beans? That's the last step of this dish. This is our vegetable soup. Now, Ribollita is a dish that traditionally lasted 3 days. They would make this vegetable soup the first night and eat it as is, and then the second night they would do what we're going to do here. Okay. We're going to layer it with our bread. So Janelle, can you put a little bit of soup in the bottom?
And now we get the almost stale bread, the 2-day-old bread.
And this is pretty hard. Feel this.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Oh wow, it is hard.
Feels like crostini.
Yeah. It's kind of like so I layered it down there. The first layer.
Now we're going to put a layer of bread.
Okay, we don't have to break it up. Just layer it on, right?
Spencer can do that.
Okay.
Layer it on top?
Yeah.
There you go. Just like that.
And then put more soup.
More soup, yep.
More soup.
Oh, boy, this is going to be so good. Don't spill that.
Oh,
it's too
sorry.
good. I may have to get over there and lick the cutting board.
Okay.
This stuff is so good.
And then more bread.
More bread, Spencer.
All right, here we go. I'm the bread guy.
Okay.
Okay.
And then more soup?
More soup.
Okay, let me pick this up.
It's almost like building lasagna.
It is. That's what I thought of. Okay.
And this was the cook's inventive way of extending, as you say, extending this wonderful dish.
Man,
and if there's any left over on the third day, it's reboiled, because ribollita means reboil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ribollita.
And then what do I do?
Okay, and then to finish it off, where are our onions? Red onion, which is very...
You just sprinkle it on top?
Sprinkle it on top.
Okay.
This goes into the oven, 400-degree oven for about a half hour.
Wow.
Half hour, okay.
And it comes out like this.
Here we go.
Let's see. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. Wow.
Here, put this one
Comes
on.
out like this.
Beautiful. It's almost like a casserole.
We're going to taste this now.
And we're going to taste it.
So is it soup or is it like a casserole?
It's soup, but it's supposed to, a fork is supposed to stand up in it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And always with a nice drizzle of very fruity Tuscan olive oil.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. We'll share this.
Let's try this.
Okay.
Bon appetito.
Thank you.
I love it.
It's real comfort food.
Mamma
It really
mia.
This is so good. Or how do you say thank you? Grazie, right?
Grazie.
Grazie. Grazie.
Or you say molti grazie, right? Or you say,
And
go.
I don't know. That's all I know. Ciao, Bella.
Magnifico.
Magnifico.
That's all I know.
Ciao, Bella.
Yeah, I don't mind. You can say that.
This
too.
is only $2, under $2 a serving.
It's about $2 a
About
serving.
$2.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Deborah Dal Fovo, thank you so much. It's
You're
delicious.
welcome.
The
Thank you.
recipe is on our website.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Wow,
Ciao,
good.
Bella.